Louie's back. Listen, I do apologize for having to make a fourth video. I try to make it as less as I can because I know some people just don't have the patience for watching more than one video. So, thank you for tuning in if you are. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. Please feel free to go all the way back, start all over, and get your way up again. I think these videos are very valuable and very important to share, and you know, you may be wanting answers on certain things, and maybe there's some things that I've touched on that you want to listen to and need a little reassurance on. That's what I'm here to do, share my wisdom. Anyways, the last video I ended off talking about the last thing on this list, which is your mind. That people tend to complain about having the stupidest brain and not being so smart, and when really you are. Yes, there may be some areas that you lack in, but you are smart. You are created the way that you are created. Now, there's always ways to change that. You know, if there's an area that you lack in, you can always study and practice to get yourself better. I'll speak off of my brother's deal. I'll talk more a little bit about my issue in a little bit, but my brother, he was in special education just like I was. I think he was in special education for, I don't know if it was all of middle school or just 1 year, but he was in it, and he got tired of it, and he got out of it, and he said that there was areas that they would hold him back in, and I didn't know what he meant by that until I went to school and I was sucked into those stupid classes. I'm not making fun of the people there. I have great respect for those people. Some of them are my greatest friends, and I've been around for a long time, and you know. But in special education, there are things that you do lack in, and they're supposed to make you better. They're supposed to help you out. And when I was in special education for 6th to 9th grade, they didn't allow me to do classes that I wanted to do. Now, granted, most of the classes in middle school were really easy. It was high school that I wanted to actually try to make myself better in. Like, for instance, math. I told you guys in the last video at the end that I suck at math, and I'm being honest with you that I didn't get higher than a 6th grade level. Or I don't know why I keep doing these. I'm sorry. I tend to talk with my motions. I don't. Stupid. Anyways. Well, hi. I told my teachers in 9th grade that I wanted to take, it was calculus or something like that, because I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to actually try. See, told you, she burps. That wasn't me. That was her. She's smiling about it too. Yeah, you should be proud of that. That was a good burp. It doesn't mean to do it all the time. Anyways, guys, I'm sorry. I wanted to take calculus in 9th grade. I think that's the class. I can't remember. Either way, it was the next math up because I wanted to see if I could improve. And my teacher at the time said there's no way you could take those classes. And I said, why not? And she said, you would fail. And I was like, no. I mean, I'm going to try my best to pass. I mean, that's all I can give. But if I fail, then I fail. But at least I had the dignity to try. And she didn't even give me the option. She just said, no, you're going to fail. You're going to So basically, she was saying that I was too dumb to take a class like that. And you know what? Maybe I would have failed, but I would have given my all, and I would have learned a little bit more in math than I knew prior. And so that's why I didn't like special education. And so I always complained to God about. I always said, "Why did you give me the brain of a squirrel? My mind's always elsewhere. I can't focus on one thing. There's areas that I lack in that and people don't really understand me or don't care to understand me because they think I'm too dumb." And then, I question my own self at that time, at those times. Like, what am I here for? But like I said, um, I'm there are things that I lack in that I can better myself in by studying and practicing. And there are areas that I'm really good at that I focus on. Writing, drawing, photography, all these things. I'm very artistic. And that's what I focus on. And obviously I'm really passionate about speaking on speaking about what I believe in and helping people out. What are you doing? Sorry, my dog was climbing up on things. Yeah. What are you doing? Climbing on things over there. She knows she's in trouble when she gives me that look. Should I try to just do the puppy face to get out of being in trouble? Which usually works. Anyways, you guys are very important. And there may be areas that you have problems with, but you can easily get yourself better in. You could always study, pick up a mathematic book and work on that. You know what I mean? I know for the longest time I had issues with math, with change, giving money back and stuff like that when I was in high school. And when I graduated, my brother, who got out of his special education classes and is probably one of the smartest guys I know, he gave me a couple math books to work on, and over time, and I've gotten myself a little bit better with. Anyways, your mind is not little. All right, your mind is not something to overlook. And if you think you lack in areas, it's okay. Nobody's perfect. Nobody. Except God, except Jesus. Nobody's perfect. Alright? Yeah. So, now you kind of get what I'm talking about with my quote. The little things in life you may not consider to be big, they're actually huge. Live in the moment. Live in the moment. Live day by day, but give everything your all. And the little things that you have that I listed off here are actually huge. So here's this other quote that I have, and then I'll show you the Bible verse. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Anyways, learn to appreciate what you have before time makes you appreciate what you had. I'll say that again. Learn to appreciate what you have before time makes you appreciate what you had. So enjoy every moment that you have with the things that you have in your life, because like I said, it can easily be taken away like that. Ephesians 4:18 says, "They are darkened in their understanding, alienated from the life of God because of the ignorance that is in them, due to their hardness of heart." So, yeah, I mean, because I'm not the only one that uses this expression, that the little things in life aren't that big of a deal. Well, now if you've watched my videos and this has really hit you, then you can go up to that person and be like, you know what? Be proud of what you got. Because there are people that don't have any of this. Do you want to be that? Do you want to be one of those people? We have to really learn to be appreciative of what we have in our lives. Because if you really look at it, I mean, our loved ones help us through our struggles. Employment helps us, have a steady income, a salary that we can, provide for ourselves and have our own house. We can go to doctors regularly. We could look into school. I'm gonna, once I get situated here officially, I'm definitely gonna be looking into school. Because I know out here in Cali, my uncle has said you're not going to survive if you don't have a degree. So, and I completely agree. I get it. But the little things in life you may not consider to be big, they are actually huge. Live in the moment. Alright guys, that is it. Appreciate it. Thank you for sticking with me with these 4 videos. Hopefully this has give you guys some insight. That is what I am trying to do. I'm trying to help you guys and maybe seeing something that you may not be seeing. My dad was always that go-to person whenever I struggled or whenever I had questions, because he would just know how to answer. And if he didn't know how to answer, he would still know how to answer. That's a tongue twister, but it's true. Like my dad, he was like, I don't know, he was like Gandalf basically. Like he just knew the right things to say. And there's things that he would say at times where I'm like, what? And then, but he would still make it, oh, I get it, Anyways, so I want to be that way for you guys. If you're struggling with something, and if you need just words of encouragement, words of assurance, that's what I'm here to do. Alright? So, that's it, guys. Thank you. Kai Louie out.